It's me. It's me. I am here. I'm gonna craft. That's gonna require me going through some stuff. I really kind of wanted to work with this stuff today. My kind of castle, rook, turret building, landscape building. I'd made these little ones, for figures to stand on. I'd like to make some with grass, and I have some of the pieces that I made them with, but I don't have all of them, so I'm gonna have to kind of stick around and find something to use as a little lift underneath. These, I believe, are kind of like poster lid things. I picked up had like a little mini puzzle in it or something. Tubes. You know, when you get the cardboard tubes that have stuff inside of them. Well, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to do some with grass, and these are all mainly made to look like a rocky texture. I do need to paint paint it here. I put some grit in up here, which worked really nice, better than I was expecting. So I might try and lay some more grit down. And if I can't find my small jar of grit, I'll go outside and get more. I've got it in the garage. The garage. Speaking of coffee, excuse the arm. We must have the coffee. So yeah, I've got all sorts of little bits and things to play around with. I got the hot glue gun, I've got the E6000, and I've got the Elaine's Quick Hold Tacky Glue. So between those three adhesives, I hopefully can hold together whatever I end up building today. But yeah, these are all of my terrific. Hi, Peg. How are you? Oh, I'm so good to see you. I'm just gonna try and craft something today. These are things I have made, and I was trying to work in this scope. But that requires me finding stuff. So these, I'm looking forward to showing Angela. They're not finished, so they're a plastic lid that I used for a base. And then a while back, I collected up a whole bunch. Yes, we do. And I still have that letter opener for you. I tucked it away because it was only a $2 thing. I figured we'd do something else, and I hadn't gotten your information. So I just figured that we would just add to it. So yeah, we really need to do another sale together. Oh, sweet. So this I picked up from the dollars. No, Goodwill as is, which means it went by weight. So they had, these were ornaments, and I pulled all of the decoration they had out of them, and I was left with the ring. And I took the ring and I glued it to the top, and I painted it black with this stuff called Black Magic Craft black paint, a primer paint. And it's like half Mod Podge and half black acrylic paint. And it makes a great sealer for, and that's what's painted on the the underneath of this, which these are styrofoam and or foam, and then this is like this, it's cork underneath. And I got the little cork on there, and I put some little, these are actual stones, some thin shell, some thin stones I have that I recovered out of another project. I pull stuff out of nowhere. No problem. I do that for, because I mean, we all do silly things like that. And I've got something sitting with Nikki she might have forgotten about. I'm not positive. I had a tile. But yeah, no problem. That's an easy one. I'm just happy. So I made these and I want to do something like these, but I want, instead of this faux stone, I want to use some grass with with a slate. So yeah, I just got to find a bottom. Gotta find a bottom. And I really don't see anything that looks like, and I'm looking out. I've covered the bed in stuff. Look, there's a box full of, I don't know what. There's a knob. Wooden knob. On something. I don't know what yet. Oh, we're gonna go with an angel. That's not solving the problem. But it's fun to see what there is. Yeah, girl, get happy with me. Uh-huh. Yeah. I got really happy before I got on. I got regular good old coffee here. It's gonna be a nice mellow night. If I don't find what I'm looking for, ask me if I care. I got so many other little things I could throw together that it's just a happy joy of picking through and figuring out. Oh, right. What else we got going? I love this box. I love the outside of this box. It's not showing the colors as well as I'd like. What's this show? This side's the camera. Which way to camera land? So yeah, it's kind of greens and blue and red. Actually, it's golden green and red, or golden gray and red. Hard to really say. But I like the outside edge. I wanted to make it into the frame for something. I just haven't quite figured that part out yet. So it's another one of those little, gonna be something one of these days. It came with in a kit. Here's the this is the inside, and it's a cheap velvet that's really dirty now. But this comes with what's called a Sumi ink set. So this is actually the stone that came with it. So this is a grinding stone, and it went in here. Choo choo. And then there was a little bowl with a spoon, and right here was a black ink stick. And what you do, and the black ink sticks usually have gold writing on them, or some sort of writing or design on them. And what you do is you put some water on here, and you grind the ink off, and then you can paint with it. And depending on the opacity you want it to be, depends on how much water you add to it. It's really fun. I enjoy it. I've got the set over there. So when I found the box with an extra grinder, I'm like, oh yeah. I don't even mind that it's missing the bowl and the ink. So, but I thought the box was cool and I wanted to save it for something. And the other half I just am gonna get rid of. The grinder I'm saving, of course. Let's see. I have anything over here? These are, okay. We have a container of miniature paper clips. Just for paper clippingness. Good to have. Gonna have to find, oh, there's a container that's missing a lid. Oh, and it's full of bells. I have a whole different place for bells. Oh, let's get those set aside. We don't need to listen to those things. Let's see. thought these were fun. I haven't done anything with them yet. Maybe they should be in because the bottom will come off, and then you can make something. Put inside. I haven't gotten that far yet. Got some spools here. They're not going to help with the problem, but they could be fun or some other goodies. More bells. Go figure. More bells. Tiny stuff in there. There's the first tiny thing. I love tiny glasses. Eventually, I'm going to have to sell my tiny glass collection and my tiny vase collection. Yeah. So let's see. Maybe that can help hold some goodies because I got some stuff here. I've had these a while. They're kind of seen better days. Might try and save the beads, but those feathers have got to go. Alrighty. That's what else I was hoping for. So I have little wooden kitchen utensils. I guess that's what we're going to call them because I guess that's what they are. Oh, my wheels don't want to move for me. There we go. How many tiny collections do I have? I don't know if I can count how many tiny collections that I have. I have dollhouse stuff, tinies. I have glassware that's tiny. I have jewelry that's tiny. Oh golly gee. I don't even know at this point. Yeah. So I'm really happy right now because I'm in the process of reorganizing. I'm going to take and all the stuff I plan on keeping and taking with me when I move out of this house because my stay here is indeterminate. I hope it's a word. And so I've been keeping that stuff downstairs. And by doing that, I'm losing garage space. And what the garage space needs to be is for the stuff I need to sell before I leave. And then I can move my crafting and my selling and all of this instead of bringing it in and out of one place or setting everything up and then tearing everything down. I can just have it all set up permanently instead of, because this is a setup and a tear down, trust me, every night. So every day. And I want to be doing this. I want to at least be crafting. So I've got these, and as you see, there's a dink missing here. And and some are missing handles. I just thought that maybe I could organize these real quick and even repair if necessary. I don't know how many pieces I have. I got too many bells. I keep finding jingle bells. There's the lid. I don't know if I like a way of, oh, maybe that one. No, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, big pan. Big pot. Big pot. Mallet. Okay, so that's to, yeah, that's a loaded question. Is it to keep them? Yeah. So yeah, it's mallet. We're gonna go with that answer and leave it there. We have this I believe is supposed to be a coffee grinder because it's got a lid or it's got a handle on the top that spins. So we have a coffee grinder. That's better than pots. There, we have a pen. One pen. He needs a little sand job. He's a little rough in the inside. There's a little pan. Actually, it's kind of a big pan. And a pot with no hand. Wait. I think that is supposed to be. Looky here. I knew we had an injury in there somewhere. All right. One injury that needs to be repaired. Oops. Don't put your thumb in the glass, Wendy. It's not going to help. We have a coffee pot. We have a scoop. Or for scooping in a pan. There you go. That's in there. And I think that's supposed to be like the cheese pounder thing. That doesn't make much sense. So, really only one injury. That's not too bad. And I've got my box that I keep needing to repair. It's a really pretty pattern. It just needs a repair, and then something went wrong and I wanted to design it to do something else because I think I lost a piece or I've got that piece somewhere else. I never know anymore. But it's a really so I either repair it or I take it off of the two sides, which is what I'm thinking about doing. If I take it off the two sides and then it lays flat, I can either put a fabric backing on it so it won't scratch and it'll stay in place, and then make it like a floor. And I might, or not even put a fabric backing on it, but just use it in a dollhouse as a floor. And actually, I have an idea. Oh, I got a really interesting idea. Okay, hold on a second. We're going to have to get messy here. So, the dollhouse I'm building, that dollhouse room, I'm not sure if you've seen it or not. I am cutting not popsicle, tongue depressor style cracked wood sticks into strips as wood flooring. And then I'm supposed to have some sort of tiled floor for the kitchen area. And it's not very huge, and I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. But if that will fit in its place, it should be the same height as the other wood. And even though it's wood on wood, it's both wood, it will still work. It'll just look like hardwood strips through one part of the house, and then a different design, a design floor for the kitchen. Oh, let me grab that. So excited. So excited this works. All right. Let's see if this works. Hi, Helen! Oh my, it's so good to see you. Ah, it's so good to see you. Ooh, tiny glass tiles. Now, I have some, but they're thick. They'd have to be a really thin. And actually, I could still use them because I have another area I need some tiles. Okay, come on now. Where's that chunk of floor I'm looking for? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh. Oh, no, this isn't going to work. Way too small. No, my chunk is going to be way too small. If they're very thin, like 1/8 of an inch thin, they might work. But they've got to be thin because I'm using, like I said, tongue depressor thickness craft sticks. I wanted to use something a little thicker, but I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 1/8 of an inch. They're right over there. Oh, can't leave that in the box. That won't fit in the box. Let's check. So these are what I'm using. Come on, camera, you can do it. You can do exactly what I need and want you to do. Come on. You are excellent and you can focus. Okay, maybe that's just a bit beyond its capabilities there. So it is, ow, trying to give me a sliver. Well, you know, I just had measuring, there it is. I just had a measuring device over here. Ah, don't want to make you guys seasick. Okay. So I don't know how to explain this. So if you're looking at the ruler, okay, the measuring tape, focus on the tape. Ooh, perfect. That would be lovely. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah, tongue depressor. Oh, that would be lovely because the ones I have are thicker. They're I was at, yeah, they're thicker. I still want to use this for a floor piece. And I think I'm going to try and get that edge off. I will unhinge it from its box. And I'm going to use that piece. Whew, yes, it came right off of its hinges. I just was able to pull that right off. And I'm going to add this to here where it belongs. And I'm going to clean this up. And I might find another little piece. If not, I will I'll hang a little piece of fabric across here or something. And since I'm turning, I have 2 other empty unit box things, and I want to turn them into like an Altier shop. So like a dressmaker's shop. And I thought that if I cleaned that up, that would be nice for the floor where, you know, they always have a raised floor in a dress shop where you stand up on. That would be really nice size. I could put something on it and I've got an actual mannequin I can put on it. So yeah, still got to clean that one up. That'll be fun. Okay, so we got to glue that. I'll glue that part tonight. That'll be easy. And then these 2 pieces, I'm not sure where I'm going to use them, but they don't need to be in with this stuff. They're going to have to go somewhere else. Not exactly sure yet. And I needed now this isn't going to work for the box I need. I need a lid on it. But until I find the lid for it, I can at least put them together. Thank you.
I just stuck myself with a thumbtack.
I swear everything in the world is trying to stab me today. I am the target. Stab it at me. Not you, honey. Everything else I reach and grab at today. Was picking out, evidently I had a couple of lantern, you know, when you have an oil lantern and it needs that top, needs that special top to bring the wick up and down. I found one that was mangled, and anyway, I was trying to get them all in one place, and I picked it up and it bit me. I'm like, it left me a mark. It broke the skin out. And now I have a thumbtack trying to do the same thing. It's like I'm the target. All right. I'm still looking for those something for the bottoms. I need round something that I've put in a recycle area to use again. That got that hole, the width of that hole to cover it. And then I can start building. Yeah. Oh, Helen, I got a surprise for Devin. I'll have to wait till Friday. I found what I've been looking for. I want to split it with her, and I want her to show me how to use it. Right. I got these little sticky things. These little sticks. They have wire. They're floral. They're floral things with wire. This shirt is way too busy for my camera. I am sorry. So anyway, these are for making goodies and attaching them into to scenery and stuff. Like if I could make something and I wanted it to really stay, I would make a nice hole and stick it down in here, and then I could have whatever I had created twisted and affixed with the wire. Just haven't figured out all the goodies yet that I want to deal with. What have I got going here? I've got a mess in this container. This little container is just a disaster. One little seashell we can rescue from there. And this guy. This guy has to be rescued. I have a whole bunch of them from the game, and I really want to make something fun with them. These are from the fish game where the fish open their mouth and you go fishing. I really want to make something playful. I've got a whole bunch of the little fish and I'm keeping them. So keeping those to do something fun with. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Gotta find something. Something I can use. What's in this container? We're just going to start picking through containers until we can find something to bring us together. Oh, well, now that's interesting. I know it's a lot taller, but it does fit. So I could have a raised whatever it is being taller than all. I like height differentiations, you know. I think that might have to be our one to get that one started. That's a pretty good idea with that one. Let's bring this into the mix. A little bit of wood. Just little bits and things I find. I got these little jars and I kind of want to like fill them with miscellaneous beads and goodies for people. So I'm thinking about that. Ah, my mushrooms. I've made these mushrooms and they need to be reassembled. Some of them were assembled and fell apart. Some of them have never been assembled, but I definitely need to assemble them. Got a few different things figured out going on here. Got the little spoon for it somewhere. You never know what I'm going to find. If you see something you just can't live without, you let me know. Bottle caps. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, like, the reason I said bottle caps, because I have a jar full of bottle caps going over there. So I'm like, okay, they go to the jar. Okay. Ouch! They stabbed me so big. I'm gonna end up needing a flippin' tetanus shot at this point. Okay, for some reason, this thing is a magnetized. I'm not gonna give it too close to anything because it's got graphite hanging off of it. So I have no doubt that this thing is a magnet. I'm gonna lay it there. No idea how that happened. But I had pins stuck to it. I need to get my little pink fish in. Owlie needs to come over here. I have multiple different places that hold pins, unfortunately. This was not supposed to be crafty. It is. People just think it's all about the hot glue gun. Oh no, people, it's not just that hot glue gun. Check out that pin I found. I'm just glad I didn't stab myself with that one. I mean, she's a hefty one. So yeah, I need my owl over here. I got another little spot I'm kind of hanging out. I got him hanging out in for a moment. Oh, this is the original. This is the original magnet that magnetized everything. I have no idea what or how those are. They really look like they're actually just corroding batteries to an extent. I got to get rid of these things. Whatever this is, it needs to go bye-bye. Oh, that's way too close to my tablet. I'm not happy with that. Over here. Way over here. Back behind everything. That makes me happier. Okay. Ooh. Get these out of something, and I wanted to make them into legs. I'm going to be making like metal and wooden different combo creatures here before long. We're going to be doing some creature stuff. Creature making. They're my Aboriginal. Yeah, that wasn't a hat pin. That was not a hat pin. That was not long enough to be a hat pin. I'm not exactly sure. It might be some sort of quilting pin so that you can go through the multiple layers. But I'm not used to one being like that. Hat pins, I'm used to being much longer. I should do a Google lens search on it later. That could be interesting. But the thing I would do the search with is this device over here. This lovely camera, which I'm causing to go in and out of focus. Oh, I do not know why I have these. If I picked them up, I must have picked them up at Goodwill. Or I don't think they're anybody's I knows. I gotta double check with my mother first. It's a whole Boy Scout troop pack stuff. But I don't know if it's my uncle's, my brother's, or nobody's, which means I can sell it. But I got to do a double check on that. It landed in the box I wanted to. All right, we got some foamy packing there. That's nice to have a little bit of. These seem to be full of some sort of scoops and eye drops. And oh, my grandmother, when she was later in her years, learned how to become a manicurist, a licensed manicurist. And I believe these would be individual little things for mixing acrylics and different things for no contamination. So I might have to find something fun to do with those. Chopstick that I lost the top off of. I think I got the other pieces up there somewhere. I lost the tops off of all of them, actually, off of all of those. This is meant to go in the bed upstairs for latching the bunk beds together. But I don't think that's ever going to happen again. I should keep it though, because I'm thinking about reworking them. And if I do happen to put the headboards or use those boards together, I do have the permanent device for latching them. Yeah, this is just me going through a box right now. Sorry, guys. Trying to find what I've got. And this box seems to be the worst of them with what in the world is this and why is it in here? I don't know why I'm laughing. That's all I do is I laugh all by myself. If you weren't here, I'd be saying the same words, saying the same things, laughing about the same silly good things. I just wouldn't be looking up and going, "Hey, check it out." It's for the bicycle air pump, air. Yeah. The air pump for basketballs and such. Ooh, I almost made it through that sentence. These are pretty mangled. I'm thinking I'm going to toss them. I'm not positive, but they're going in that direction. I'm just dumping out what was in it. It's easier that way. I love metal bowls. I love them for munching, crunching, portion control, and holding little bits. I'm so glad. Thank you. Because I'm really enjoying yours. It's just so nice to. So we've got, this is a really tiny piece of wire, and I really like the way the top was curled, and I just kind of left it there. But there's a lot of this little wire left, and I could save that back if I wanted and still do something with the wire. I loved Caroline's owl today. It was wire wrapped so nicely. Old Post-it notes that are dead. Does anybody else keep the bags that razors came in? I'm 90% sure that's what this is. I keep them, never use them. Maybe I'll sell a whole bunch of box of these little bags all together. That would be fun. It goes that out here. Yep, that goes that way. Okay, so that little jar we saw. Aha! I even have the spoon that goes with it. You missed it? Oh, the bag for razors. Lots of the bags for the razors. Yes, all the bags. I need to get them all together. See, this is another one, but this one stinks. I have to throw this one away. Yeah, that one has to be thrown away. Everything looks like a dice bag. Kelly's shaking with joy and excitement. I totally agree. Everything looks like a dice bag. I totally agree. Don't want that one though. It smells. It's actually getting tossed. It smells. So I missed. Oops. He's not even in the other room and he knows I didn't even make it close. Lord hard. Let's see. I think it's a blue light bulb, not a black light bulb. I think it's actually blue. Ah, you missed her wired wrap owl. Got it. Yeah, that was on our sale earlier today. I don't think it's sold, so if you catch the playback, you might be able to see it. Okay, so I've got a whole mess of beads and other things at the bottom of this. So they're going to end up going into that little bowl. This is really cool. I don't think I'm going to get rid of this. This is kind of a keepsake for me. I'm going to try and clean it up, though. It says Dodge Inc., and then it says LA, New York. Come on, focus. There we go. And I think this was an ashtray out of the old school bus that used to live on my grandparents' property. So, oh, yeah, well, they've never really, okay, so when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, my parents weren't into any of that. So I didn't really get the exposure. I grew up in a very kind of Christian religious house. There wasn't a lot of anything. I didn't start smoking. I was a late bloomer and really didn't experience anything until my 20s. And I've been collecting blacklight stickers and blacklight this and that for years and glow in the dark stuff. And yeah, the whole fact when I found out that I could use that little blacklight flashlight and find out that jewelry glowed, and I'm like, wait, what? All right, let's go. So yeah, it's crazy, but for me, it's been something that it's never been out of trend for me because I'm always at least 2 trends behind. So everything I'm into eventually comes back around. All right, what do we got here? We got an advertisement that was made out of hard plastic, and I probably thought I was going to keep it, or hard paper, but no. All right. I have a rewards card for Pilot. When did we get a preferred customer card? They wouldn't give it to us because all we wanted was showers. So It's always still on. I don't know. I have to put that to the side, see if that works. So we have a local truck stop that has great showers. And I know this sounds odd, but we're living up in a house. We were living in a house in Sam's Valley, and it didn't really have a shower. His shower was kind of like wide open free for all. The walls weren't finished. It was difficult. Yeah, I tried. It didn't work very well to be rebellious. I didn't have a group to rebel with, so I was just kind of stuck there on my own going, okay, now what do I do? So, oh, yeah, so I didn't get into anything interesting until much later in life. And oh yay! A couple of my goodies. Couple of pieces of wood again. Yeah. So I love all the facts that some of these things are just as they are. Okay, these are eye wash things, plastic eye wash things to flush your eye if you get a contaminant. But I want to make baskets out of them, like a flower basket. And I got two. So those are going to be flower baskets someday. And I get totally distracted and off topic. And if I don't finish on something and you want to hear the end of it, please tell me what I forgot to finish. Because I forget to finish a lot of things, as you can probably imagine. And I have no idea why. Oh, I want to use them as feet. These are Slurpee straws, the spoons from Slurpee straws, but I want to use them as feet. So yeah, Slurpee feet. And then I finished taking that one out, but I need pliers because I don't want to cut myself on the sharp plastic. It is so surprising how often you don't realize the edge of something is going to be sharp, especially something like plastic. More keys and locks. So somewhere, really, is it just the two of them? How have they gotten separated? I have a car model put together, and these are the wheels for it. But I don't know where the rest of the car is. Where are the other wheels? All right, there's a strap. Looks like out of a pair of pants, sweatpants or something. Nice little strap there. I might use that to decorate some pages or a book. It would make a nice tie. Sometimes you want to tie on a journal and you can attach it. So yeah, that would make a nice little tie. I'll probably have to cut off the twisty ends because they've been washed and tied too many times. But the back end of it would be good. So I'll have to set that aside. See, there are reasons I put some of these things aside. It's just that they aren't exactly in the place they need to be in. Like, I love me a white switch cover. Love white light switch covers. But I have no idea why it's in this box. It should be in the box in the garage with light switch covers for in case they break or you find one that's not the right color. Oh, I know why this one was in here. I did a painting and I was using this light switch cover as a reference for size. because I painted light switch. So that's why this is in here, is because I was using it for reference. So this could go back into the garage. That's always nice, getting to return something to where it belongs. Alrighty. Good old ribbony do. Probably came off of a gift bag. I'm gonna surprised if this marker isn't dead, but we're not going to test that right now. We'll put it in a container to test later. Believe it or not, I know what this goes to. A local coffee company called Dutch Brothers gives out Christmas ornaments. And the Christmas ornaments are actually little Dutch Brothers cups. And this is the lid for the ornament. Oh, over here. Lid for the ornament. So I wonder how that would work here. Oh, that kind of sits nicely there, and that gives that a much better attaching. Well, yes and no. I don't think it's going to work the way I want. Okay. Back to plan A. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I do not want to use these for food because I've been yuck in this box. Well, not yuck, but dust and dirt and stuff. So I was trying to find a project where I could use cupcake molds, forms. Words, they're hard. That just needs to go in the trash. That just needs to go in the trash. Where's trash? Alrighty, what else we got down here? A little piece of leather. We'll keep that. Sweetie leather. We can use that somewhere. I don't know what this goes to, but because it's so thick and plasticky, it's probably something important and I've forgotten what it is. So it gets tossed down further down the line. That's how this works. It gets, if I don't know what it is, or I think it's supposed to go to something important and I shouldn't be dealing with it wrong, I just kind of toss it further down the line instead of making a decision. Yeah, it can be difficult to get through all my stuff. More keys. Another key. This is a kneading eraser, which if I would knead it a little while and work on it, it would probably come back to life. They're surprisingly resilient. It's actually going to come over here on the desk. And then we have another empty container. Although, look at the sides on this. Look at it, looks like it's a bowler hat turned upside down. It doesn't have any markings, no maker's mark. And it's just, it's fun. It's just so much fun. So that's one of my little ones. This is a metal knob. This is my metal knob. It's really heavy. I don't remember what it came off of. Gee, go figure. Okay, this is part of a plastic flower I tore apart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it makes the perfect little either mini dress or mini hat. So it's going to be in the mix that stays on the table. Thank you so much, Pat. I'm just kind of going through a box and seeing what I've got to work with. I got a couple of things I need to make repairs on. And I've got some things I want to make, but I'm having to look for some parts. So we're digging through a box of what's there. What's in that box? I really should take all the Lego instructions upstairs to my son's Lego pile. That would make a whole lot more sense than having them down here with me. So I thought these were Nerf bullets, but come to find out, it's only a Nerf bullet if it has a hole down the end. So I thought maybe I could use this to build something. Okay, chalk. I have lots of pieces of regular chalk. Pick that up. I have a little drawer over here. I'm going to put that in so that it doesn't get mixed up. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of chalk to do some marking while you're in the middle of a project. So it's good to have handy. Ooh, that's nice and skinny. I like that because that would help give an edge for this to sit on if I could widen the edge of that, and that would make that, I'd feel more secure attaching that top. Looks like I've got some charms. Okay, I got a charm in here. There's a heart charm and a whole bunch of, oh, there's another key. Good heavens. And something that broke. A clip for my hair. A very small checker piece. I'll have to find something to use that for. Don't know why I have dental floss, but I have dental floss on the tiniest of spools. I mean, this is like survivalist. This came out of somebody's survivalist pack. It had to have. I don't think I need that. Well, I don't know. I know I can use it to cut clay if I have to. Let's see. Oh, wow. I've got thumbtacks in here. I have bent. Ooh. Okay. So there is only one reason that I would have a piece of wire bent like this and with that little crook on the end of it. If I'm not mistaken, that's soldering wire. Good night, Pat. Thank you so much for stopping in. So if I'm not mistaken, this is soldering wire. Can't remember if it's hard solder or medium solder or soft solder, but this has a very special place it should be. And the bottom of this box is not it. So this needs to go actually over with this stuff. And that would make much, much more sense. Much, much more sense. Amount of trash I have. I think one of these boxes may just end up being trash if we get to do this right. Okay. Well, these legs fit into, oh, whoa. It goes all the way through. I always forget there's a hole at the bottom because these are straws. We'll have to plug the straw hole before they could be feet, maybe so they also stand up on their own a little better. I'll do that with some milliput, with some two-part milliput. That's a good idea. Milliput those feet. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. That rose is falling apart. I am going to have to get rid of the rose head. Little bits of paper I don't need. I don't mind all the sticks and stuff. I must have. Okay. let's get some of this larger stuff out of here. And it should all fit. To figure out what this stuff is. Into, oh yeah, wow. I got more larger stuff in here than I thought. Ah, all right, I'm just gonna move over into that container. All right, here we go. Ready for this one? Woo! And it all fit. And now the container can be cleaned. When the container's cleaned, then I can have somewhere to put more stuff. All righty. So, oh, all righty. So let's, and I did find out how much time I have left on StreamYard. So I can make this go a little longer. So if I glue this around the edge, like so, then I'm hoping it would give this a more stable platform to sit on and flatten it a little flusher, and then I can do something to fill in the crevice here if I need to. So first things first, hot glue, Elaine's E6000. Unfortunately, going on to the metal, I think it might need to be the E6000. Let's see what this says about items. Never mind. We're gonna give Elaine's a try. I really don't want to have to pull out the E6000. So I'm just gonna put, first of all, taking off my nozzle. I'm being good. All right, shake some glue down. And then I'm just gonna go, I guess I should put this where you guys can see. So let's just bring this like this for a second. So here we go. Wipe that spot off. I didn't like how I started it. Okay. Now we have glue. Glue. It's glue. It's glue. Oh. So this one has wax on the outside of it because I was using this container for some candle things at one point. Still smells like candle. Only if you sniff it. Nobody sniff it. All right. Now let's see if it will stick. All right, gotta break this off. All right, fine, break it off. Break it off a little more. Break it off a little more. Oh, I broke it off too much. Oh, don't you know it? It happens to me a lot. That's all right. Let's just hold that on there. It's supposed to be quick glue, quit setting, quick, quick, quick. Looks like the middle's doing okay, but the ends want to pop off. We might have to do something for a different background. It does reflect the light. And boy, that overhead right there just kills me, guys. I know I got to do something different with that lighting. It's one reason I'm hoping to set up my own space out in the garage that I do nothing but sell and craft. And who knows, maybe I'll sell everything away. Hey! Yeah, kind of. I wanted to build. So I built these to put like miniature dudes on, and I wanted to make some that were grass, but I didn't have the same what I had before for the bottom. I need my tape. What am I doing holding this? Good heavens. Where's that tape? I know it's around here somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, we'll try scotch. I was looking for some blue painter's tape, but we're going to try the scotch tape instead. Oh, that would be so much fun. That really would be so much fun. See, while I did that, I'd want to also go to like in Arizona. No, in Oklahoma. There's a place where you can go and dig for diamonds. It's a national park where you can dig for diamonds. And I'm like, yes, I want to go do that. I like to dig in the doit. All right, let's see if that tape will hold. It's just a piece of regular, plain, clear tape. We'll see. If that doesn't hold it, then I guess we're going to have to go for the 3M. Or well, no, not 3M, the E6000. Good grief. Anyway, so let's see. This is going to be the floor. I'm going to have to get some cleaning up stuff on that, but let's see. Let's get that E6000 again, and let's get this tacked on. This is a good glue to use for wood. Maybe I should, okay. If I was wise, I should probably sand it a little bit, but I don't want to go over there and dig out sandpaper, so I think it'll stick okay. It still seems to have, it's a totally different kind of glue, and I think that's the reason why. And it got old. So let's see how that works. Oh, come on now. Quit squeezing glue, everyone. Yeah. So there's these books that have been put out, and I have one for my state. And they're called the Gem Trails. So I have Gem Trails of Oregon. If you got Gem Trails of Texas, it would show you all public rock hounding and mineral prospecting places in Texas. All right. It's not too bad right there. Everything seems lined up nicely. Seems to have good coverage. Have a little bit squeezed out the cracks, but not a lot. That's good. Not bad. Now hold that down for a few minutes and hopefully it'll get tacky. Yeah, I have Gem Trails of Oregon. It's just right up over in my bookshelf. It's one of those ones I look at often going, how much gas do I need to get down the road to go this place? Ooh. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. All right. I think that's secure enough that it will glue well overnight. I've been doing rock hounding for years. There's a place up north, of where I grew up, went to school, up by Redmond. There's a place called Madras, and out there is I can't remember the name of the place, but you can go hunting for agates on a ranch. Or no, thunder eggs. Thunder eggs on a ranch out past Madras. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of gold here, but there's not a lot of places you can go gold panning without. Oh, that's awesome. That you can't go without having your own mine or permits or special equipment. So, I mean, I've heard of a few people, they've walked down to the public parks, went out waiting a little bit, playing with kids, and next thing you know, they've pulled a gold nugget out of the park. It happens. They did it. It happened to Jump Off Joe, just half 45 minutes an hour up the road. What's next? Ooh, we're going to need something to lift that middle bit. See what I've got that's round and already cut. Oh, wow. Check it out. This is from a pizza thing. It fits, I mean, perfectly. All right, so we're gonna get rid of those legs. It's got legs, and we don't need them. Oh, wow, I just snapped that thing right off there. Whammo. Evil Wendy snaps the legs off again. All right, there's some legs. That will like fill that up, and I'll flip it over. Oh, that doesn't want to sit that way. Well, I don't care. It will work. So let's put that down in there. I don't want to use hot glue. Hot glue comes apart in the sun. You get it warm, and hot glue is just going to come melt on you. Just going to melt. So let's use E6000. Ah, squeeze. You know you want to come out of there. And around. And if it's fat globs, then you can smear it easier than little thin things. Especially like doing this, I'm concerned about the height difference. So let's just smear this in there good. Smear. Don't be afraid to smear. One of these days, we're going to have to name that video for quotes. Okay, so that's kind of odd. The more I squish it, the better it is. It's got a nice white coating there, but I got to keep some weight for this. This is kind of a heavy dude. Will it fit there for keeping the weight down? I don't know. We're going to find out. If not, I can put racks on it. Racks. Racks. I understand, Peg, with no room. Literally, this is the exact same location I was doing the sale with with Caroline in, and then I took all that stuff and I put it into the boxes of stuff that's for sale, and I put the stuff that's sold into the box of stuff that's sold, and then I pulled all the crafting stuff out of the living room into the bedroom, and when I'm done, I'll take all of it out of the bedroom, put it back into the living room, and then we'll sleep in this bed tonight. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. That's why I like to slam it all into one day. You know, I don't like to do it all in one day. I want to take an entire day and do nothing but craft. I mean, like sunup to sundown. That's something I'll have to do with a one camera setup on YouTube, though, instead of through StreamYard. StreamYard's wonderful. It does allow me the second camera, and that does help out, but it's not always necessary. So this has got some old glue on it. Well, let's see if that'll sit over there to dry. It's got some old glue I wanted to peel off of it, but it's acting kind of stuck. I'm looking for tools. Tools are not next to me. Of course, I just brought stuff. Yeah, and like I said, that's exactly also why I'm getting ready to, why I'm in the process of changing it. So I'll have the entire garage for me to have stuff that's going to be for sale, projects I'll be working on, and craft supplies in which to complete those projects with, and to be for sale. Like I said, I'm really good at that. If you guys are need something, let me know. I saw something I threw in extra for Caroline today, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I think I saw something extra and decided it needed to go into your box. I need tools. I'm gonna have to reach up and get tools if I'm gonna complete that one tonight, because that stuff's got to come off of there. Yuck. So let's see. I want to do something with this tonight too. I really want to finally get this on the way. Where did the ball go? I don't know. I don't think that works. It's not a very good hat. It's also kind of velvety. So it feels like it should be a skirt. No. Head's too big. The head is too big. Let's see. Oh, nope. Trying to squidge. It's trying to squidge. Stick down. Stick, stick, stick. I put so much glue in there. It is not happy with me. I don't care. It's going to work better this way in the end. It really is. I know what's best. Put yarn for hair and then put the hat back on it. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I just happen to have a box full of some of my favorite yarn over here. Special yarn, actually. Oh, and look, there's tools over here. Maybe I should try and pick out a couple. Let's slide this over. And then yeah. Tools. May not be the ones that I need, but I got them. And let's see. I love this container. Do you guys see what's going on here? Frogs on bamboo. Yeah. Frogs in bamboo. It's made in China. That's what the sticker says. But I'm sorry, frogs and bamboo. That has to be the luckiest container I have ever seen. And not one frog, but two frogs. No, they're both brown frogs. Okay, let's see what's going. Squish. Oh wait, we need yarn. We were talking about yarn. Let's see what we got. Oh, here's the yarn she needs to have. There it is. This is very expensive. This is a very expensive yarn. I don't know if I paid that price for it. I may have. No, because there's two of them. I would have never paid that price. So I've got pink and white. And this is actually silk yarn. And then I've got this beautiful multicolor, which is just me. It just screams me. Oh, there it is. Look at it show up so nice. That beautiful camera. Love you, camera. So evidently these were like 30 bucks a pop. I'm sure I didn't pay that much because I never have that much money for yarn. So, I definitely would like to use that as hair on that. I think that's going to look fun. I keep forgetting. I haven't been in here in a while. Look. Oh, I have all my crochet hooks. Wait, oh, but these are all big sizes and this is all tiny yarn. This is all the tiniest yarn. I need the other size hooks for this stuff. Oh, look at there. Look at that chenille. So much fun. Yeah, Pig. Do you have something special? Do you have something you do more often than others? Or you just... I'm a variety kind of girl. I dabble in everything. I don't know how I'm going to get the lid on this box to go back down. And why does that happen? Why is it that the second you dive into a box, the lid won't go back on? Still not working. Still not working. Okay. Let's stay. Oh, I got something hanging out of it. That could be why. All right. Most people are not as crazy as I am and literally do not dabble in almost every medium and almost every variety of craft. So, look at the glue come out. If only it would still stick down. I know I put too much glue on it, but you know. Oh, no. I don't like that answer. It means I got to use something out of it. Sure, I'll make something with it. But yeah, I don't think I like that other answer. I want to take this label off here. It's an interesting label and tells me about everything. 100% fine silk. Weighs 2 ounces. It's approximately 210 yards. If I was crocheting in it, they suggest your needle size of... Oh, wait. If you're knitting with it, they suggest a needle size of 6 and suggested gauge 23 STS, which I'm going to go as single stitch. No. I'm not sure. I don't know how to read knitting patterns. I can read crochet sometimes. Anyway, so this will be doll hair. Oh, so yeah, you paint the miniatures. So like these would be, this is what I was trying to make, is like landscapes for miniatures to stand on. And these ones are like little round ones that I could pop into round things. So yeah, that was one of the things I've been trying to do, is make those. And today, that's what I want it to be is, well, you know this already. I didn't realize, Peg, though, that you were into the D&D stuff so much. My brain doesn't put 2 and 2 together very often. I understand if I can't, it's like the doodles that I do. If I stop, I cannot pick it back up again. I have to start a new one. For me to pick up a continuing design later from the moment that I was working on it can be really difficult. A lot of times I'll do them in pencil. Those are ones when I've got a quick little minute to just start one, and then I put it away, and then I can come back to it. The ones in black, sometimes I can do that with, but not the color ones. If it's going in color, I can't come back to it. So the big question is, do we think that we can remove the tape without it coming unsprung? Ooh. Ooh. It's staying for the moment, and that's why we're using the quick adhesive. Quick fix adhesive. It's not as quick as we need it to be in all the spots because of, well, glue and plastic and the way we're working this. Yes, very much. All right, let's see if we can get the plastic ring to stick. Yes, I love doing landscapes. I want to do landscapes. I have a set of the women figures to paint. I can't remember, like Sisters of the Thorn or something. And then but mainly that's the only set of miniatures I have, the only miniatures I have. And I mainly did it because I wanted to help it with a little bit with scale. So let's see if this was going to work here. Uh-oh. Well, no, let's see. Oh, if I stretch it. Oh, man, it's just a smidgen the wrong size for the, Oh, well, we're just going to dip it in the glue, run it around. And if it has to rise up an edge, as long as all the plastic has some glue on it. They do. I've actually seen this guy who goes around and checks out how well people paint D&D miniatures, and he pays them. It's like, I'll pay you to paint this miniature. Okay. Okay, guys, I don't want to fight it. So we're gonna do this the cheesy way. We're gonna do this and see if it works. We are gonna take out one ring of the inside. which means I'm going to need where'd it go? I've lost everything. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I got to find my pliers. Show. I thought, no, I'm not going to do these. Well, I couldn't find them. But that's okay. I'm not going to fiddle fart around with that all day. I will find other means of making it happen. Look, it's sharp and it's pokey. It will make things happen. I should get something to cut upon, though. Hmm. Oh, D&D is fun. I really want to play. I've got books and I understand a majority of the principles, but oh, yeah. So this probably isn't the wisest way to do this, but it's what I'm going to do. This is the tile that I use to hold my hot glue gun so that it drips hot glue on this instead of the work surface. So I'm going to spin this around and I am going to take off that row. Ring, I should say, from the inside. There we go. Take that out. Set that to the side. It's still covered in glue. Of course it is. All right, now let's bring this in here. And now it's too big. Da 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 da. The story of my life. I totally understand. I need to be that way. I do tend to purchase on occasion. I have purchased a few things here recently, and it's the first time I've purchased in a while, and I'm really excited. Yeah, I almost made that too big, didn't I? Yeah. Great. So I can get it to kind of hang on there. Let's just put a layer of glue around that. I found I'm trying to make terrain like this, but it's going to be higher because this is the only thing that had almost the same circumference as the inside. And I want it to have green grass on it. And I've got some grass scraps and I just bought new grass, so I've got to use up my old grass. Time to use up the old grass. Because it's time to get the new grass. Tabletop gaming stores, Amazon. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that place. Okay, let's put some glue around the edge so hopefully something will stick. All right. If you have a 3D printer, you can find the patterns, the plans online for some of the figures as well, and you can print them off at home on your own 3D printer. I'm drooling for one. Ah, okay, what would be really awesome is if you can find somebody's bits, which is like the parts they didn't use. So like my kit came with men or women, and I made my women's thing. So you could take like the heads of the men and like or torso. You don't have to have the whole figurine. You just have to have like a head and maybe a torso and some arms, or you can just do the weapons. I don't know if it would work where you're at, but you may want to, if you do find a tabletop gaming store, you may, yeah, no kidding, huh? If you go to a tabletop gaming store, they may let you put up like an advertisement on a bulletin board or something that says that you're interested in buying miscellaneous kit parts, and you might be able to pick some up inexpensively that way. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yes. They don't make enough stuff for us nerd girls. Trust me, I know. All right. So let's see if we can get that to glue. Um, this will work. I don't care. Oops. Starting to set already. There we go. Yay. Okay, let's see. What's next? It's got to stay even. Wonder if that'll keep it from popping up so I don't have to keep applying pressure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally agree. That down, that down. Nope, not gonna work. Oh, I'm a lazy crafter. I want something to hold my other stuff in place. Of course, now I'm gonna end up gluing it to it. Oh no, maybe I'm not because I'm too far off center. That'd be nice. Sweet. Just push that down and hopefully it'll stay that way. There. It's got enough weight. It should be okay. Ooh, okay. So, if you've got a rabbit hole you want to look down, Caroline and I have been talking about this. So if you got a rabbit hole you want to look down, for a couple of years in a row, and I'm sure they've kept doing it and I just haven't seen it. There was a group of crafters who get together and they do what's called Monster Bash, BASH. And what they've done is each one of the creators in the beginning, there was just a handful of them, and they all created some flashcards. And then a second year they did this, and the next people created flashcards as well. And I don't know if there's more than just 2 years worth of cards out. But what they did was they, on each flashcard, they drew something. It could be a body part. It could be an item, an accessory. It could be just about anything you could think of. So the idea is you mix them all together, all the cards that have been created. They also have a randomizer and a program so that you could digitally download the pictures and then put them into a randomizer or print them out. And then you would randomly draw whatever was agreed upon for cards. The one I commonly saw was 6 or 7. And then you would use those cards and to put together to build a creature. This is how many cards I have printed out. I don't think these are double, and I don't think these are all of them, because I had a real well, no, I think some of these might be double, and I think there's more of them I didn't get printed and cut because I was having problems with my printer feeding paper in correctly, and it was crazy. But anyway, so I would do something like this. I would grab those 7 random cards, right? All right, let's go in here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 2 cards there? There are 6. There were 2 cards that were stuck together, so I'm gonna take them both, and 1 more for 7. All right, and then we would look at our cards. Now, I think for our group we're going to change it up just a smidge, but this is how they were doing it. So I've got a spine. So somehow on my critter, I would want to make sure that a spine was visible. We've got boots and knee pads. So you got legs just up to the thighs. Legs to the thighs. You've got a bee stinger. I guess gravity drips down. And some sort of other stinger claw thing. And we got some chains. We got a potion bottle. And we got a mask for a face. So we were thinking to make sure it was easy for our group that I divided the cards out so that heads were all together, arms were all together, legs were all together, tails were all together, and then we could put the accessories together. And then you could draw, do I want a 2-headed creature? Then I draw 2 heads. Do I want the arms to match? Then I pull only 1 arm card. Do I want the legs to match? I only pull 1 leg card. That way you don't have to worry about getting multiple stingers. And that would be considered a tail. And the potion bottle and the chains would be considered accessories. But the goal is then to find as many parts and pieces and put together and sculpt together as many of these items as you can or want to create a creature. And so like for us, we've got miniature bottles to use for potion bottles all over the place. So we can find one of those. He can have it and they can put it in their hand. I noticed we didn't get any hands this time. That would be one of the issues and why we would want to do that. Chains could be like jewelry necklace. You could use necklaces for these kind of chains, and you could like wrap the guy in it. And personally, I would find an army man and cut his legs off of it and use his legs. I might try and use beads to try and make this. So I would use small descending plastic beads probably, and or even glass ones, and then mold it into whatever the torsos is for a spine. So it would be seen on the outside. Bee stingers, well, those are pretty easy to deal with. But yeah, and you can always draw more cards. You can always draw less cards. They can be divided up into like I said, the categories. And here I'll show you, so you get to see more cards than just the 7 that I drew. So we've got things like some sort of arm. There's an arm. Here's another arm, but this one's from like a melting creature. And these are all, you can get all of these at Monster Bash. If you go look on YouTube for Monster Bash, if you have to follow through Jazza, I know he had a link up there for a while. That's where I discovered all of this. We've got a head. Let's see. We've got tentacles. Here we go. Here's what we need. We need this mask. We need this head on a body with those legs. There we go. Put it together. So these are just really fun. There's some like crystals on the outside, and all sorts of different, we got some sort of horns or coral. Yes, the artist Jazza. Do you know who I'm talking about? He's so awesome. Yes, the artist Jazza. He's fun to watch. I don't watch him as much as I used to. But yeah, he's full of good stuff. But these have everything you can think of for, and I really don't think we need more than what's provided by them. And if they've got a new set of cards since and done one for like number 3, then oh yeah. Yes, he is amazing. And yeah, these are where I first learned about him. I think I first learned about these through him. He was invited to the second wave of Art Bash. And so I printed out all the cards that were available then. And I think I ran myself out of printer ink and I got in trouble and all that jazz. Well, I didn't get in trouble. But I mean, there's everything in here. I mean, we got top hats. We've got dinosaur legs. And I'm taking these out a chunk at a time. We have dinosaur backs. There's a nice thin back. Well, I already showed you that tentacle. I wonder if I'm repeating already. Haven't got a clue. What in the world is that? I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't think it's dirty, but I don't know what it's supposed to be either. So anyway, imagination go crazy. There's a plane propeller. There's a schmutz. What's the oh, it's a paw print. Got it. It's a paw print. I thought it was schmutz. I can't even tell what some of these things are supposed to be. So, yeah, just fun. Ah! Oh, I want to make this just to make it. Oh, maybe. Check it out. It's a shirt growing mushrooms. Focus on the shirt, not my face. You're good, camera. Prove it. There. Haha. Yeah, I know. I insult my technology to get it to work for me. Like, when has that ever worked? So yeah, there's tons of different things. And yeah, I definitely see that I have doubled up pictures in here. Damn it. So I need to go through, separate them out, pull out the ones that I have printed on paper that didn't, regular paper that didn't get printed out onto cardstock, and glue them onto some cardstock just so that I've got them, because I want the full set. You got to understand how many times I tried printing this out and had issues. I got through it like 3 or 4 times through the first few pages, and then it started having problems, and then I'm like, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, I think I would definitely, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do the download and randomizer. That way you guys don't have to worry about printing it out on paper unless you want to. And then we can give you the instructions in advance. And then what we'll do is we will like do one where we all get together and we all like draw our parts together. And once we draw our parts, and if we decide, you know, that when we're drawing our parts with a randomizer, that it's like, oh wait, I've already got a head, I don't need that, then we'll just redraw. We can do it any way we want. We can decide to pick 12 parts and use whatever out of those 12 that you get. You know, even if it's only 3 cards. So anyway, yeah. But I'll work on trying to get that figured out so that we can give people instructions. And then we can give them like a couple of weeks to get parts together and to start shaping. Because I mean, for me, I'm going to take a Dremel to like plastic toys. At one point in time, we got one that had a dinosaur head, and I was like finding dinosaurs that I could take my Dremel and Dremel off the heads to. And it's fun. So we'll take a little time, get a few things together, and then we can all get together and craft, and that'll be fun. Yeah. So yeah, that's the cards. Monster Bash. Look for it on the internet. All right. Hey, it's staying down. Stay down. Stay down. You're gonna pop back up. You're gonna stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Just stay down. Ooh. Oh, I still got some. I still got coffee. It's just a little cold. No, I don't mind it. I'll drink it until the cup is empty. Okay. Hair. I like to work 2 things at once because something always needs to dry. So let's see. Oh, that's interesting. They tie a little knot together to hold. Oh, and it's a separate little string. Oh, how sweet. No, that's not right. Ah, where's the end? Where's the end? And I'm probably only going to be on for maybe another half hour. Maybe an hour. I don't know how to find the end of the string. I am devastated. If you're not looping, why? 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 Okay, hold on here. Can't figure this out. Okay, there's that one. And that one can actually stay to go on her head. Perfect. La, 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 la. Oh, when's she going to be on? Is Steph just popping on now? Because I don't want to keep people from Steph. I'm just kind of crafting it up. Ooh, look what I pulled. Yay, I pulled it out of the middle. Oh, that's right. Thanks for stopping by, Caroline. And Carolyn, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning with Helen. I think I tried that out, and that's going to be too early for me to be awake. I might have to. I don't know if I know how to make doll hair. So, wish me luck. Check out the replay in the morning and tell me how I do on my doll hair. See you later, sweetie. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too much longer. I know that there's other things going on. So the way I'm doing this, I don't know if it's right or not. I'm thinking about pom-poms, how we do pom-pom. And I wanted to make it like a pom-pom, and then I just do the trimming and put it over the head. So, but I'm not quite. I'm kind of making a loop. Okay, come to Bridget's Baker's Daughter, 2 p.m. my time. Okay. Yeah. We'll figure it out. So I'm trying to make double loops. Oh, no. I don't think that would work the same way. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just kind of looping over in my hands. And then the idea would be that I glue this to the top of her head and then cut the loops down here so it's all hair, although I don't think it's evenly done. And then cut the loops and kind of fray out the silk. Technically silk. This will be a silken haired beauty. I do like that hair color. It was really nice with ball. So I don't know exactly how I would do that. And put the hat on. Good night, Carolyn. So yeah, I definitely want to make that her hair, but I'm gonna have to research how to do. Maybe I can get a quick Miss Pat lesson one of these days. I should probably just go back and watch a Miss Pat video, and she's already got it there. Oh, I can braid the hair. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I definitely want to make it thicker, though. I like the idea of it being thicker, and I think I just need to cut strips out, and then this whole loopy-doopy idea is just gonna make a mess and probably have me make it a little incorrectly. So let's just set that there. We know what we want it to be. It's like I'm always happy when I know what I want something to be. Just getting that far it's half the battle. Half the battle. Just knowing what you want something to be. And where did I put her little hat? There's her little hat, so it sits together. Her head, her hat, and what will be her hair. Alrighty, what else can we try and figure out? Well, we've got this on here, and that's sitting there nicely. So I'm gonna need a little something. I'm just trying to see what I did on that one. But I think I'm going to need a piece of cork that covers a majority of this middle section, which that's easily done with this piece. The middle will get covered all the way in a circle. So this is going to give my base something better to my rocks and whatever I put on there, something better to stick to. So I'm going to do this really simply by lifting up the cup, putting the cup down here on the bottom of it. I will not use my good pen. And I don't have any marking pens in the tools. Oh, that's that paintbrush. I was wondering where that paintbrush got to. So we'll hold it down and I'll just kind of dig in with this dead ink pen because that's not going to do a thing. Dun, 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 dun. What have I got? 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 At this point, all I seem to have are X-Acto knives. Ow. Don't worry, it wasn't an X-Acto knife. It was just a sculpting tool. The dead ink pen. I just need to throw them away. See, I've got so much trash mixed in with everything. So let's see. I'm not going to use the regular X-Acto knives because they have really nice tips. I'm going to go back to using the box cutter. And we're just going to pull this off to the side so that it starts to take away some of the extra. Yeah, this isn't working the way I want. How many times have I said that tonight? You're going to hear me say that a lot because crafting to me is just trial and error. And a lot of times it is really not going to go the way I want. So I will have to use my nice tool, my nice pen, and pray that it doesn't kill it. Gently we go around and we mark take the cork off. If you wipe off your nib, even though you're on cork, you will save it. Just wipe it off every couple of marks. Try not to like drag it, just kind of gently let it bleed onto the cork and then slide the tip over. And just gently glide it on the cork, wiping it off every little bit. And it should be okay. Just be super gentle. And because it is cork, it will soak up some of the ink. It will soak up more than you're used to something taking up. So this can be hard on your ink supply. Gentle, 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 gentle. Wipe it off again. And yay! Still intact. And ready to go. So it's nice. Isn't that what crafting is? Yes, exactly. All right. Now, nope, no scissors in any of those containers that I have brought down to work with either. So once again, but this time we have a line, we can see where we're working. It's really hard to work when the item moves. You know, we just make it more difficult for ourselves. I'm not quite the hey, hold my beer kind of girl, but I get to be close there on occasion. Around we go. Around I go. And yeah, this cork that's got this color, this brassy color on it, it's because my other half decided this is what he was using as a backdrop when he spray painted his steampunk gun. Because yes, we have steampunk guns, you know. If they fired, they would fire lasers, but they don't do anything, so they just kind of look shiny. Really, it just kind of looks shiny, and that's all they do. They just look shiny. Some of them don't even look shiny because they haven't been painted yet. I have so many parts and pieces for building steampunk guns and just anything steampunk, and it's one of the things that I do need to go through. So if anybody's interested in steampunk part sale, let me know, and I might just crack open a tub and we can decide if you want metal parts or if you want plastic parts, or we just might have to go through both tubs each in a day so that we can find out exactly how many parts I have. Yeah, they're fun to make. They are absolutely a blast. Love me making a steampunk gun. Steampunk anything. All right, so this now sits on top. Which way do I want it to sit? I want it to sit like that. I'm gonna have to, because there's a little nubbin right there. And getting rid of that nubbin is gonna be a pain in the butt. But since this is cork, I can just like carve a little divot into the cork as long as I don't follow my cutting skills. This is not an educational program on how to use sharp instruments. I will try and keep my usage of that instrument to the side so you don't see any bad habits I may have. Looking forward to get the back porch set up again. And if that happens, I might be able to get to the point where I can do some welding and metalworking on the back porch again. It's really hard to do it anywhere else. Well, that's not going to be deep enough. It's in the right spot. I just didn't cut it deep enough. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Got tape stuck on my fingers. Really? What's the problem then? Oh, the whole rest of the thing. Oh, heavens. That's a pain. I'm going to need it to do something different. I need a different material. There we go. So because all of these ridges are tall, I'm going to use foam core board. And that will give me because it has a different crushing point, and I've taken the paper off of this also. So this is like Dollar Tree foam core board. The paper peels off of it really super easily. And without the paper, it really does, you know, you can like push in and it takes that shape. So I'm going to use this. So push in and it should just absorb all of that difference in height and give us a level working surface, because that's what we really need. And I'm really hacking the heck out of this thing. Let's just push that right down. Nope. I gotta, oh, see, it's gonna work. See the impression? That's what we want. But I don't have enough of the edges trimmed correctly for it to fit nicely. So just try that one more time. Yeah, and now I'm just gonna cut everything that I need shorter. Well, it's on here. Just taking it off and trying to get it right is just not working for me. I'm very much a fix it when it's in place kind of girl, which doesn't always work. Sometimes I think I watch too much of the gold mining shows where they have to have all those bush fixes. You know, you never know what the guy's going to come up with, but you know by the time he's done, whatever's broken is going to work again. Those guys are like miracle workers in my eyes. I try and think that way with my crafting a lot. It's like, okay, why is this not working? How is it supposed to be working? Can I make it work any other way? All right, so that sits on there. That gives it just a little bit of lift. And I will now glue that down as well. Yes, trim and glue, trim and glue. That's how I tend to craft. Trim and glue, trim and glue. I gotta put my leg down. It's starting to go numb. Woo, numb foot. All right, I'm gonna put the glue this time on the foam core, and I'm gonna put a really thin coat on it. And I'm also going down in the indentation that I made. Okay, take that off of there. That's chunky glue. We don't want chunky glue. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, now this goes back down here and like that. Put the lid back on the glue, which I always forget to do. Push, push, push. My Little Homestead. No, I don't think I've seen that one. I'm assuming it's a YouTube channel. I watch a couple of different ones. I watch Cog Hill family, and then I watch White House on a Hill family. And I think I watch them a lot because they raise birds, and that's something my grandfather did when I was younger. And I really don't remember it, but it's always, I remember grandfather had peacocks when I was growing up, and so I'm used to seeing birds, and so it's a fun little. Okay, I want this to stay down, so I am seriously putting the tool on it, the tool jug with the frogs. Show you, say hi, froggies. We're working. Sweet. I'll have to check that one out. And I watch Goldshaw Farm. He's interesting. I like his birds and dogs and cats. He has fun names for his animals, especially his cats. He's got one. It's Pablo Escobar, the barn cat. And Molly Murder Mittens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The man is mwah with names. I like fun. I enjoy, I live in a city and I wish I didn't. And when I lived out in the country, I couldn't live the way I wanted. You love Gold Shop Farm too. Oh, I'm so happy. It's always fun to find other people who watch the same shows you do. I watch a lot of shows I don't show on. I keep what I watch separate from my selling channel. So I also watch Sandy Brock. She's a sheep farmer in Canada. And I watch a hoof trimmer in Scotland. And I watch things that I mean, some people don't like to watch sheep be born. Some people don't like to watch problemed cow feet and how to fix them. So I try not to. Crafty stuff I like having connected to this channel and other sellers, but I try not to expose too much of my crazy. Yeah, and then I watch, well, I don't watch her as much as I used to. She's got good stuff, but I don't know. What's her name? Nerdy Crafter. She's out of Canada as well. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot with that. Okay, so we've got this up. It raises the terrain, which I do like. And then let's see. None of it's dry, but at least it's not moving. Let's go over here and grab some small grass. I like big grass and I cannot lie. Ha 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 ha. Grass. I've got grass. Where did I cut that piece out that way? I don't know. Oh, this is some, oh no, that's good grass. Piece of good grass. That's a nice piece. Oh, look at how well that one fits. Oh, that's nice grass. That's really nice. I think that's the piece we'll use. I think that's the piece of grass we'll use. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. Oh. Aw. Aw. Thinking about the next one. Thinking about the next one.
Finish the one you're working on, Wendy, then you can think about the next one.
It's a problem. People tell me I talk too much too. I'm beginning to think that. I got to be careful when I'm sitting here and it's just you and me and nobody else in the world. I can ramble on and on and on and on. But I have to remember to pause and let other people talk, especially when I'm doing a show with them. I think I might have been a little over talkative today on my show with Carolyn. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to have her tell her, you put me in line. If I'm talking too much, you just say, shush, shush, it's my turn. All righty. So I want to cover that with that piece. Okay. I know I want some more of the tiles on there. I'm not sure if I have a box with tiles in here, but that's okay. I can plan the grass and then lay the tile in later. I like that it's got some height to it. He's tall. Now, if I bunch it up, that would be fun, but then there'd be no place for the rock to sit without causing problem. And oh, I like how that looks though, kind of bubbled up like that. Do I have a flat rock? I have got a bunch of different things in here. Come on, you gotta have a rock. How in the world? There's a bead in the bottom of this basket. Oh. Bead in your bonnet? No, bead in a basket. Oh, I see why. Ta-da! I see why. It has a broken top. I'm going to have to find a way I can use it upside down. I will have to figure something out. So let's see. Rock? No, I got bottle caps. No rock. What's in this one? I don't know that. The Roots and Refuge, I think I might have seen advertised, but I haven't watched them. A chick called Albert, I watch on occasion. Farmhouse Vernacular, I haven't seen them. And a bunch of BookTube channels. BookTube. What's BookTube? If you tell me it's audiobooks online, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to like have a small, you'll see me have a small fit over here. Because I am so looking for a new way to listen to audiobooks. Because I subscribed to Audible for a while. And that didn't work. Well, it worked for a while and I got some good stuff, but I'm desperate for some audiobooks. Well, nothing in here. Oh, I found rocks. They're not the rocks I was looking for, but they are rocks. And that would look nice like that. And then around the edge, I haven't painted this black yet though. YouTubers that review and recommend books. Ah, got it. I'm looking for some specific audiobooks and it's a possibility they just didn't make them. There's there's a bunch of audiobooks I'm looking for. Yeah. I would love to find Tom Robbins Jitterbug Perfume on audiobook. Audible doesn't have it. And yeah, Audible doesn't have it. And neither does YouTube. YouTube's really difficult. There's some Spider Robinson. Well, no, I found Spider Robinson books on YouTube. Who else? I can't remember. But yeah, I have been itching to find something, a different place to get. Excuse me. Audible books. Holy cow, I think that thing was dusty. I don't know what, but the itch in my throat just like quadrupled. All right, so kind of like the way that's bunched up. I'm not pleased I didn't paint that, but I don't think I need to, because I think that even if I put, so I've got a lot of these different rocks that are like this, these river agates. And I'm just thinking that not only could I put them in the flat up there, but I could use that as a little ledge around the plastic so you wouldn't notice it and it would look more natural. I just have to make sure I collect up enough of the rocks. So the rocks that I want to use will go into here. Now it's a matter of finding them, finding rocks. I don't know what glue to use on those guys yet. What's in this container? Oh no, we've already looked at that one. That was the clips. Eggy corns. I'm looking for, ooh. These are fun rocks, but these ones I have designated for another project, and it's good that I found them. These are Oregon sunstones, and I'm going to be finishing a project with these. So I need to make sure that I set these in a place where I can find them again. You are allowed to laugh. Alrighty, let's see. Part of my metal stuff. We can go over there. There's a scary rain situation happening right now at your place in Texas. You're in Texas, right? I'm trying to keep track of everyone. I like the idea of putting these things into here. Scary rain. That is never a happy thing. This valley that I live in used to have a lot of problems with flooding until they built the dam in the 60s. In Colorado. Wait, are you in Texas or are you in Colorado? I can never remember. I am so sorry. Let's do that. That. The rain is blowing hard sideways. It's so heavy you can't see. See, I went to Colorado one time. I spent about a month there, and it was right about this time. No, was it this time of year? Seems to me it was just about this time of year, and it's like they call it monsoon season. Monsoon season in Colorado. And yeah, I mean, it went from pouring down rain to hail, sleet, and then hail. And I mean, the hail was just huge and hard. The hail came down hard enough and long enough, it piled up like snow. It was weird. I hope everyone's okay there. I think I might still have family in that area. It's been a while, so I'm not positive. Now, Peg, weren't you and I the one who were talking about genealogy? I had to stop my ancestry online for a while. I couldn't afford the extra. And I'm looking forward before too long to getting it back. Aha. I thought we were. Some glue in there to hold whatever I indent. We will, yeah, I always like it when I get to go exploring and down those rabbit holes. Right now I'm kind of in the process of, I want to do some, I kind of want to do some kind of like journals or books, kind of a journal book, kind of a scrapbook thing. But to do that, I can't decide how I want to put it together. And I know I want to have some maps, and I want to get the maps together, and then get some names together, and then do like sections. Haven't figured out how yet, but I know I want to do something. I think that's the reason why I haven't done anything with it, is because I'm not exactly sure what and how I want to do it. I'm having the same problem with the yearly planner thing I was working on, and then the what do you call it? What's the other thing I was? Oh, my recipe book, my new cookbook thing, my personal, that I collect up all my goodies in. So just kind of glue it down, hold it down. But you know how it is with crafting. You just kind of bunch it up and pray, and if it stays, then that's where it's supposed to be. And if not, then yeah. Yeah, I understand. It really is, because just as soon as they go off and they start saying that this is we have a probable ancestor for you, it can just totally go downhill. And you're like, you think that's the one, and then you're wrong, or it's like there aren't any hints, and then you decide you poke the hints button anyway, and you're like, well, the first three actually were the person who you're supposed to be searching for. Why didn't you show me these? So yeah, it can get a little, and it is a whole, personally, I got a lot of information from it. What I would like to do is to actually be able to get a hold of some of the documentation that they say is out there. And I know that sometimes, in some cases, they only do this like brief thing about what was found. And you're like, no, there should be a whole lot more information on this. And then the other thing that I didn't like is the newspaper one. You had to subscribe separately to the newspaper thing to actually see the newspaper clipping areas. And there's so much more information in news clippings almost than there is There's just as much, if not more, than there is in all of the factual, clerical, historical information, like censuses and all that jazz. So, and I kind of wish that when they did find information, they kind of gave you, yes, they tell you where they found it, but I kind of wish they also gave you like contact information for those places so that you can actually contact them for more information. In one case, I have an ancestor that did time in San Quentin, evidently for incest, but that's all that I can figure out. And I'm like, well, how do I find out more? And the only thing I know is that I would have to go, and I didn't find this out through Ancestry. I found it out by looking online and typing in, how do I retrieve old California prison records? And really, it didn't give me a lot of information. I think it's pretty much something about having to write or contact the California corrections department. But the fact that this happened so long ago, it actually wouldn't be in their records. I think it's in the historic records, maybe for the county. But, there's things they could do better. And it would, if they would just, there's a few ways handshakes could be done better, and information could be much much better in the way it's communicated. I am very happy though about the fact that never used to be that you could look on the prior page of a any of the records. You could not, all you could look at was the page with the name, and now you can actually search befores and you can search afters, and depending on which record system you're searching in, it can be extremely helpful. One thing that always got my attention and my thought pattern goes to when doing genealogy is, if I look at a census record, especially for like a town, if it's only 12 pages for one town census record, I'm like, well, I can search the whole thing. Because what you're more likely than not are going to find is they got married to someone who lived within the town a majority of the time. So you can search last names, or you can search, okay, I know that he married this lady with this first name and she was this old. And then you can look in the town for another girl, for a girl with that first name and that approximate age, and you're going to have a really high chance of that being who they married. A lot of times, if it's a woman marrying a guy, you can find the men and his married name there, and then you'll also find other siblings and other relatives of his living in that town. I like the puzzle. I'm a puzzle person. I love putting jigsaw puzzles together. I like doing word puzzles and solving codes. I like the mystery and the piecing together of where they were and what happened. I have an ancestor who, after the Revolutionary War, they had fought for the British, and so they got property up in Nova Scotia, and they ended up leaving the town they were in, and it seemed like it was abruptly. And for some reason, I thought I had some tidbit of information that said they left there broke. And I'm like, well, what would they have invested in, or what could they have done that they lost all of their savings there? And that requires me researching a town outside of the United States, which when it comes to ancestry can be even harder getting records for. I do appreciate how much they're starting to show of the overseas records, but there just seems to be some really big gaps. And I feel like if I want to search overseas, I need to be overseas. So, just, you watch, you watch the shows, you watch the, Who Do You Think You Are? You watch, Roots, or Finding Your Roots with Louis Gates Jr. And you're just like, I wish it was that easy. They make it sound and seem so easy. Oh yeah, small towns. Literally, if you are looking at a census, and they have like areas, and the census, they have, could be in the middle of pages. So it'll pop up with that page, and it'll be like page 6 out of 99. You don't want to search that many. That area is too big. Maybe search the first 3 or 4 pages before and the first 3 or 4 pages after, because these are taken by by route. These are taken by area. All of a neighborhood is censused at the same time. If you get too far away from that page, your neighborhood is further away from that page. But if you've got a smaller thing that you've got, a lot smaller, and you can skim for it, go for it. I'm a skimmer from way back. I will, I've been skimming books and going through. A lot of times I'll see stuff and okay, that is not going to work. I'll see things and I'll be like, wait, where did that, it's like, how did that name pop up? And it's just odd. This works a little better. I'm not going to cut myself. I know I should have scissors, but this gives it a more ripped and natural look. And if you buy that, I've got some, I got something fake I want to sell you. Don't I wish? I can't even finish the sentence. There we go. Ah! Stuck to me. Let's glue it back on there. This grass from Hobby Lobby is makes my world. It is amazing. I've had this roll. I've only used it on a few items. And then I bought another roll already. And I've got a big landscape I want to make for like putting toys out on and all this stuff. And yeah. So now we'll get some the white spots are where the glue's showing through. And that'll fade away as it dries. And then I'll get some rocks and I'll glue up around and rocks. Oh my God, that's funny looking at it sideways. Sorry. I'm amusing myself. It's the way it should be. So anyway, this is the way this is going. And I'm going to add some rocks, and I'll get some other bits, and we'll keep building on this. And maybe I'll put something different down here to decorate it or something, just because it looks odd. I don't know. But it's like, if you had like, you could have another side piece in here with with a bigger piece. It's kind of like, the grass that goes, the rocks were all going to go together and sit together and made to look together, but it just hasn't. Oh, I remember I was going to do them a bit apart and do a bridge, a bridge that comes. Yeah, lots of funky plans in place. I'm very happy to be working on this project again. It's been a while. And it takes a little bit of everything from grasses and rocks to beads and all sorts of other little goodies depending on what's going on in the little scene we're making. So yeah, anyway, it's about 10 o'clock here, so it's much later across the rest of this country. Thank you so much, Peg, for hanging out and yapping with me. I think I should probably shut this down. 3 hours off my time. I may have 20 hours to use, but I don't want to blow it all at the beginning of learning I have it. So yeah, I'll be back to craft again. And I'll also be working on doing the crafting through the live, so you won't have this extra little camera, but that's okay. You don't always need it. I'll just point down. You don't always need to see me. Me. Too much me. Too much me. So let's see. I have Crafty Friday. Oh, wait. This Friday is Helen's Craft Off. So pop in and check that out. And then I'm not sure. We might be putting together some other little crafty something. And I do hope to continue evening crafting. Might have to take a break one day in between or something. We'll figure it out. I'm happy to be crafting. And if you guys, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. Be happy with me. Day or night. Happy. All right, Pig. Once again, thank you so very, very much. And thank you to anybody who catches this in a replay. Feel free to leave any comments, send me an email, request goodies. If you have something you'd like built, a request for some sort of build you'd like to see, I can definitely tell you if it's something I can do or not. And if you have questions about your own projects, please feel free to ask any questions. And if I can give you any advice, I happily will. Thank you so much, honey. Great to hang out with you too. All right, everyone. I love you all, and you have a great night. Mwah. Bye-bye.